All right, so you've heard of flow, of being in a flow state, doing some activity where you are not obsessively keeping track over time because you are just enjoying yourself. You are in the moment, right? When you're a kid, flow is way easier to get into, maybe because kids don't like keep track of time or don't often have places to be, right? When you're an adult, it gets a lot more difficult because all of a sudden we have to be here, we have to do that, we're not supposed to do this, and we got people telling us, that, adults don't do this or that's kid stuff or whatever. So it's really difficult for adults to achieve a flow state. But this is where learning improv comes into play, because when you do improv, you are actively practicing all the things that contribute to being in flow. You are in the moment. You're not obsessing over the past. You're not wondering if the thing you just said was good enough or smart enough. And you're also not over planning for the future, because if you do that, you actually aren't here in this moment having that conversation with the other person. So learn improv, be in flow. And speaking of being in flow, I love this book, Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. I love this part here where it's explaining how to achieve flow, how to practice this. Strategy number 1 is choose a difficult task, but not too difficult. Now, this is so funny because that's what improv is. Improv is a difficult task, but not too difficult, because improv is basically having a conversation and being in the moment with someone else, right? So improv is the ideal thing to practice if you want to achieve flow. Now think about where in your life would things improve if you were able to tap into a flow state. Is it at networking events? Is it job interviews? Is it first dates? Is it brainstorming on a new project? Is it wherever it is, like being able to tap into that flow state will get you far, right? And improv is not only a productive way of achieving this, it's also super fun, because in an improv class, you laugh a lot, you are bringing joy to others, you are practicing active listening, so you're making other people feel good. When they return the favor, you feel good. So it's like you're actually practicing how to get into a flow. You're also practicing like being joyful and supportive, and you're also learning comedy techniques, and all these things are good for all those scenarios I just described. And I mean, for those of you who have watched my videos before, I can go off on a billion tangents. It's like my tree has branches going everywhere, but the trunk remains the same. The trunk is learn improv, have an easier, healthier, happier life, not only for you, but for the people around you. And improv is something that you can learn one-on-one. I have tons of one-on-one clients. You can also learn it in a group, but you can also do it virtually. You can do it on a Zoom call, and trust me, it works. It took a while. It took a while to figure out how to make Zoom improv work, but I've been doing this for years now. It totally works. Improv also works in the context of a company. So maybe like your business, your company wants to change the communication culture. You want everyone to be more charismatic communicators. You want to have less conflict in the workplace, or you want to be able to manage that conflict. Improv works for professionals in that way as well. So there you have it. That's the end of today's video. Highly recommend this book, Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life. If you read this book, you will see why I am obsessed with it. There are so many things for me as an improv coach, so many things for me to take away from this, and I hope you got something out of this video. Oops. Okay, ending the video now.